Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, First Lady of Nigeria commissions Lagos Industrial Leather Hub in Mushin. Governor Sanwo-Olu inspects riverine communities, frowns at illegal construction, and Lagos State hosts UBEC 27th Quarterly Meeting. The First Lady of Nigeria, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, has unveiled the ultra-modern leather hub in the Mushin area of Lagos to facilitate trade and investment. Mrs. Tinubu says the Industrial Leather Hub initiative aligns with the Renewed Hope agenda to accelerate diversification through industrialization, digitization, creative arts, manufacturing, and innovation in order to create a dynamic and diverse economic landscape. Here's how it went.
A newly built industrial leather hub seated in the heart of Mushin area of Lagos State has been delivered by the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for those who specialize in shoe making, and the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, wife of the Vice President Nana Shettima, members of the State Executive Council, and other dignitaries joined Governor Sanwo-Olu for the inauguration ceremony. The Leather Hub initiative is another milestone initiative that demonstrates the state government's drive to empower artisans and promote local manufacturing.
What began as a vision has today become a reality before our eyes. Sitting at the heart of Mato Industrial Estate in Mushin, this facility is far more than bricks and mortar. It is a living testament to our resolve to transform the leather and footwear industry into a vibrant, competitive, and globally recognized sector. For decades, our leather artisans, shoemakers, and bag designers have displayed remarkable talent and resilience, often under very difficult conditions. Today, those limitations are being replaced with limitless opportunities. This purpose-built state-of-the-art hub is equipped with modern leather processing machinery, footwear making technology, shared production spaces, and fully functional training rooms. Here, knowledge will be transferred, skills refined, and dreams nurtured into sustainable enterprises. With this facility, our artisans can now produce higher quality goods, lower their costs, and embrace innovative designs that will meet both local and international standards.
The leadership of the Lagos State House of Assembly urges citizens to patronize locally made products in order to grow the economy.
I want to commend Mr. Governor and his team for this very great job. It is very important to have employment process in our state. And this hub that we are here to commission is an opportunity for our teaming youth to learn one thing or the other and to be independent financially and economically. Indirectly, we are boosting the economy of Lagos State and the nation by creating job opportunity through establishment. I will thank you and we look forward for more of these. And at the same time, I want to commend the commissioner in charge for doing a very great job, as well to urge those who will be in charge to take this advantage and opportunity to ensure that this industry is managed very well as a private organization and not as an opportunity to take benefit out of it, but to serve our youth, to encourage them to be productive. And as well, all of us, we must learn to patronize our local product. Because if we continue to produce without patronage, then there will be a problem. It will amount as if we have not done anything. But having this, as I said, is an opportunity for all of us to encourage our youth to be independent and industrious.
Governor Sanwo-Olu is excited about the new facility, which he says will produce quality footwear and attract more investment to Lagos and the country at large.
We celebrate not just the opening of a facility, but also the birth of a bold and strategic investment in the future of our people and the prosperity of our nation. This state of the art, first of its kind in our country, is more than bricks is more than steel and more than machinery. It represents a gateway to global competitiveness to Nigeria's leather value chain hub. It is a launch pad to thousands of decent jobs and a shining example of the power of visionary governance and purposeful partnership between the federal government and the state government. We believe that what we're doing here will create about 10,000 direct and indirect jobs in the next 3 years, with over 70% will be reserved for women and the youth. More than 150,000 artisans nationwide will benefit from the cutting-edge training and the startup support, ensuring that no talent will be left behind. We'll expect that it will promote the export market. We'll see over the next couple of years, export of over $200 million will be projected annually from this hub when it becomes fully operational, and it will help to position Lagos as the leather hub, logistics hub in West Africa. Beyond the numbers lies a deeper promise. The promise that a young girl from a modest background can now dream bigger, knowing that the tools and the mentorship that she required is here and the market is within reach. On behalf of the government of Lagos, I make 3 solemn pledges. 1, that will protect and expand the assets through the transparent regulation and continuous infrastructural development that we'll see in this facility. That we will deepen the leather ecosystem by linking this hub to our fashion district. It will ensure that it has e-commerce capability platform and also have internodal transportation facility that will ensure seamless movement of goods and people.
Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu applauded the Lagos State government for taking the bold step to strengthening micro, small and medium enterprises in Nigeria.
By investing in this hub, the Lagos State government has once again demonstrated its commitment to job creation, productivity and sustainable economic development. I say well done. Indeed, Lagos has always been a trailblazer, and this project further reinforces the state's reputation as the heartbeat of innovation and enterprise in Nigeria. This project is in line with the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR to accelerate diversification through industrialization, digitalization, creative arts, manufacturing and innovation in order to create a dynamic and diverse economic landscape. Leatherwork is a traditional craft that has stood the test of time. I am informed that this hub will serve as a center for leather processing, footwear production, and specialized training, enabling artisans to add greater value to their craft and compete confidently in both local and international markets. I urge all those who will utilize this facility, artisans, entrepreneurs, and our vibrant youth to take full advantage of the opportunities it offers. Dedicate yourselves to excellence, hard work, embrace continuous learning, and position your products to compete in the global market.
This leather hub is the first of its kind in the country and will serve as a specialized training center for artisans, increase footwear production, promote export markets, add greater value to craft work, and compete confidently in both local and international markets, and also boost the GDP of Lagos State.
The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has ordered the removal of all structures that have exceeded the approved setback along the coastal corridor. Now, Governor Sanwo-Olu gave the instruction during an unscheduled visit to the coastline, where he observed that some of the structures violated the state's physical planning regulations. Take a look.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, accompanied by his deputy Kadri Hamzat and some members of the State Executive Council, take off from the 5 cowries terminal of Alomo Ikoyi to carry out an on-the-spot assessment of riverine communities within the state harboring unapproved structures. After about 25 minutes on the waterways, the team arrives at Ilashe community, moves in a convoy, taking note of all unapproved structures erected close to the lagoon. The next stop is the Transition Company of Nigeria in Ilashe. The traditional rulers in the area joined Governor Sanwo-Olu and the Electricity Distribution Company in a closed-door meeting. After the discussion, the state government gives assurances of power supply in the riverine communities.
You will recall that we've been on this journey for the past 4 or 5 hours now. We started from Inagbe by the border to Ilashe, and we went to Ibeshe. And went to Kare, and we've driven, both on the lagoon side and also on the Atlantic Ocean side. We've been able to see and appreciate first the challenges that people face in this area, but also to see the enormous opportunity that we'll also have on this corridor. Gentlemen, press, you saw that we had to visit first the substation. The transmission line substation here at Ilashe, and it's interesting to also report that Messrs. Eco Disco were also with us on this journey, and from there we were able to see the step down, I think it's 30 MVA substation that is there, and you've also seen that we have powered the 11 kVA, from 133 to 30, from 132 to 33 and to 11. You've seen that everything what is now remaining is really just the connection to the various houses and to the various homes and facilities that we have here. And Eco Disco, there was an official handover of the step-down transformers, to them. So we're bringing life back into this community.
This part of Lagos is a major tourist area where individuals have invested their funds, neglecting building planning approvals, leaving government with no other choice than to mark for removal, insisting that sanity of construction regulations will be enforced in Ibeshe and Ilashe communities.
What we've seen is that there's also been a lot of disjointed building, going on. There's been a lot of abuse of the fiscal planning approval. There's been complete abuse on the lines that have been set, from the ocean. There are set lines that are known, that have been graded. You should not exceed, a certain building lines and the kind of thing you also need to build. So these are all things that we've all seen. That's why we brought you out here. And so what we're coming back to do with both fiscal planning, LAPCA, urban development, they will come and do full enumeration. We'll do a proper full, enumeration will get us built, and we'll not be able to take a final decision. Final decision will be inclusive of how do we regularize, how do we give titles, how do we, ensure that also the locals are not disadvantaged, how do we settle everybody, how do we ensure that life now can begin to come fully back into this neighborhood, and how do we ensure that the tourism potential, more importantly, the tourism potential that this whole stretch have, how can government be a strong enabler, for that to happen and be able to, appreciate the opportunity and the potential that this place. And we also see that we have a lot of security personnel that are on ground. Maybe we still need to speak more with the Nigerian police so that they have proper representation. We have an area commander across the lagoon there, so maybe we need to also have, some other, boots on the ground on this side. And what kind of hospital facilities do we also need to provide for it? So it's a full eco, system that would, what kind of shopping facilities must have? Supermarkets, fire station, pharmacy, fuel station. It's a whole full, work-life experience that we believe that this trip has given us, has opened our eyes. And so what you're meant to you've seen things for yourself, and you know that as a government, we cannot fold our arms and not intervene and not support and not regulate. And so everything are part of the things that we have come here to see.
As the team returns to the outskirts of Lagos, the state government says the Ministry of Environment, Waterfront Infrastructure Development and the State Building Control Agency will resume their duties in these communities to ensure the development master plan for Lagos is also achieved along the coastal line.
Now to the education sector, where the Lagos state government has restated its commitment to the Project Zero initiative aimed at reducing the number of out-of-school children and promoting a free, equitable and innovative education system in the state. The State Deputy Governor, Quadri Hamzat, made the pledge at the 27th Universal Basic Education Commission's quarterly meeting held in Lagos.
Executive Chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Boards from the 36 states and the FCT converge on Ikeja, Lagos for the 27th quarterly meeting of Universal Basic Education Commission. The meeting is aimed at improving standard of education and bridge the gap between planning and performance in Nigeria's basic education.
The theme of this meeting, bridging the gap between planning and performance towards achieving quality basic education, is timely and thought-provoking. It reminds us that while sound policies and plans are essential, their real value is measured by how effectively they are translated into tangible outcomes in our classrooms, schools, and communities. Here in Lagos, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Sanwo-Olu, we have witnessed giant strides in basic education sector. Mr. Governor's unwavering commitment to the development of our children has been demonstrated through massive infrastructure renewal across public schools, the construction and rehabilitation of hundreds of classrooms, provision of modern furniture and learning resources, and the expansion of digital learning initiative under the Eco-Excel program. Mr. Governor has equally prioritized teachers' welfare and professional development, ensuring that our teachers are empowered with the skill and motivations needed to inspire excellence in our pupils. Furthermore, his administration has championed inclusive education, making provision for children with special needs and ensuring that no child is left behind. These interventions have positioned Lagos as a model for innovation, resilience, and accountability in the delivery of quality basic education in Nigeria.
Recognizing the effort made by Lagos State in setting quality standards for basic education is being highlighted by the Executive Secretary of UBEC.
What's happening here in Lagos is in line with the hope renewed agenda of our President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the NESRI, which is the Federal Ministry of Education vision. Both of these frameworks aim to transform the education by focusing on inclusion, quality, long-term sustainability, transparency, and accountability. Our Lagos State is showing us that these goals are attainable. The improvement we've seen in access and learning outcomes is very commendable and encouraging. The primary enrollment rate in Lagos State is 93%, the highest in Nigeria. The quality in terms of literacy and numeracy are 87% and 82%. Again, the highest in Nigeria. Lagos is clearly making bold strides. UBEC remains deeply committed, a partner in basic education in Nigeria, in Lagos. I am pleased to report that the projects we have ongoing in Lagos, such as the Smart School, which is nearing completion, is a promise to show what a flagship example of 21st century learning can look like in Nigeria, particularly Lagos State.
Also speaking is the Dean and Chairman of the Forum of SUBEB, Professor Shehu Adaramaja, who says the board has incorporated the use of technology into its service to improve basic education evaluation framework nationwide.
The objective of the 27th quarterly meeting is align on mechanism for effective reporting and tracking of basic education for evidence-informed decision-making and accountability. UBEC, since the beginning of this year, has embarked on a series of trainings and workshops for SUBEB on the new basic education action plan template. This aligns with the vision and mission of our own president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on accountability and an appropriate reporting system. We thank Mr. President for his vision. The new Basic Education Action Plan, otherwise we call BEEF, will afford all educational administrators, including myself standing before you, and other stakeholders, the opportunity to track basic education services across the country without traveling to Calabar, Port Harcourt, Enugu, or anywhere. You can see the movement of investment in basic education at a glance.
The Lagos State Deputy Governor, Kadri Hamzat, urges UBEC to reverse the trend of out-of-school children by making use of data provided across states.
In Lagos State, as I'm sure it is in other states, we continue to champion the cause of providing free, inclusive, equitable, and innovative education to every child, regardless of background or status. Therefore, I'm sure that hosting this meeting underscores UBEC confidence in our state's firm commitment to advancing quality basic education. The challenges brought forward from previous meetings, including utilization of funds, unlocking matching grants, infrastructure deficit, teacher quality and capacity building, and addressing out-of-school children are critical issues with real consequences. It is therefore important that failure to address these challenges risks depriving our children of the necessary environment that is conducive to their learning, and of course, leading to lack of provision of necessary resources for our teachers to inspire and educate our children. So in Lagos, we have prioritized building world-class educational infrastructure as evidenced by our recent commissioning of various ultra-modern classroom blocks, integrated vocational training and digital literacy initiatives under our Teams Plus agenda. We understand that advancing education means equipping teachers through professional development programs and fostering a learning environment where every child can thrive. But it's also important to know that classrooms, textbooks don't teach. It is teachers that teach. And these are the common denominators in our school. A teacher can be in a classroom for 30 years, 25 years. Each one of us, 5-6 years, we are out of primary school, we are gone. Therefore, teacher training, teacher education, equipping our teacher is probably the most important factor that I'd like all of us to take into consideration. Additionally, this meeting focused on aligning effective reporting and tracking mechanisms for evidence, information, decision-making, and accountability, which means that transparently, we can look at data that will strengthen our ability to evaluate progress, make strategic adjustments, and ultimately ensure that every naira spent delivers measurable improvements in education technology.
The Universal Basic Education Commission have been asked to invest in professional development and capacity building of teachers to improve the education sector.
That's the program for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. As always, obey all state laws, be the best you can, but most importantly, please live a healthy life. Till next time, it's bye for now.